That's right. Look at this.
What is this?
This is so exciting.
What is it?
It's a tank.
It is a tank.
It's a 1/35th scale tank. It's French, so they eat baguettes. And you get a little French guy in there as well. Maybe I'll give him a
What
baguette.
about a Jerry?
Oh, you do as well. Yeah,
You get a German in there as well?
You get a German, but he's for the other version. Oh, he
So,
sits up
so
here.
tell me about this tank. So this here we have. I did say we got 2 exclusives from Tamiya. This is our second one.
Absolutely.
So this is the H39 all new tooling,
All new tooling.
all new product.
Yeah.
Tell me about this tank.
It's a French light tank
Light
that
tank.
was developed in the 30s. So there was the H35, which had a
H35.
smaller engine,
Yep.
less horsepower, and it had a different type of chassis. And then the next version they built was the H39.
Yep.
And this was used alongside the B1 BIS, which was a really super heavy tank for the
Yep.
French at the time. It had like 2 big guns on it.
2 guns.
And that was why these things didn't go so well. They had like a max speed of 40 kilometers an hour, which is pretty good for a tank back then.
You reckon?
Yeah.
I don't
It
know.
carries probably 2 people, a driver and a commander, loader.
mhm.
Yeah, and you get a little figure in there. So a lot of history with this tank. It not only served in the French army, but also the German
army.
up until
Why?
1945.
Well, that doesn't make sense that it serves in the German army.
So the Germans, well, that's what this stands for. Panzerkampfwagen 38H 735F for France.
France.
Yeah.
So they marched in there
Mhm.
and said,
I'm going to take these, and I'm going to take them to the Eastern Front.
let's paint them German and call them our own.
And let's put a new cupola on it. Let's put a couple of different parts on a new engine deck.
There you go.
Yeah, so they used them. They had a shortage at that part of the war.
Did
so yeah,
What happened to the others?
getting blown up in Kursk. And they also use these for training too. So
Training?
very versatile little tank.
So it comes with 2 lots of decals. Is that what you're saying?
It does. There's
Right.
not many decals that come with the tank, and a lot of people just paint them on anyway. So
Good instructions in this model?
yes, very clear. I was able to build it over 2 days, being interrupted by customers, and yeah, it was lovely.
So what are these called? Linked?
Lincoln length.
Lincoln lengths.
And I've got a very special feature to show the viewers.
Yep.
So I'll take the model off the base and I'll show them what comes next.
Enough of me looking at it. Let's have a look at it because we
All right.
did build it. You built this one like in 2 days. That's right. In between
Yeah.
doing everything else that you do.
I'll swap with it for a sec.
Oh, don't
Ooh.
stand in front of me like that. It's a bit confronting.
Oh, confronting?
Yes.
Yeah, that's a nice little pun. All right, so here's the built model. You have a turret that moves, and I was stupid and I glued the breech in, but it also usually moves side to side a lot more than that. So it moves up and down, side to side, and
Proposing?
yeah, and the turret on top also can be taken off,
Can it?
and you can see a little bit of the breech detail in there. Yeah, really lovely little kit. Now, Lincoln length tracks. I love them because obviously you've got all these tracks to paint, and it's going to get really difficult if you build it like this, and then you have to get in there with an airbrush or a brush and mask off and everything. So I'll just leave that there. You can pop the back wheel off.
As designed to come off?
I just do it like this. This is not, it's not really designed for this.
Oh,
but
this is how you build tanks?
Yeah, this is how I build a tank. Like that. So I have all my driving systems put in place
Mm-hmm.
for it built up, and I can paint it separate, and I can get in there and put mud and everything. So yeah, you can get really nice paint under and behind where your tracks are, and you can focus on detailing these up separately. So I've left both of those like that.
And
then
they've got
just
like detailed sag in there. You didn't put that in, did you? Sort of like...
No, that's how it comes when it's molded. So
Yeah.
because it's Lincoln length, the bottom one is flat, and then the top one has the sag where the wheels go. But
Mhm.
I think I put them on backwards.
Yeah.
They're just a little bit off.
Ah.
But that's okay. It still looks fine.
Have you
It just
noticed?
didn't line up. I had to cut the top of the wheel off where it's supposed to lock in. I wasn't locked in, obviously. Not enough.
Now it's glued.
Now it's glued, but it's still fine. Like, you wouldn't be able to tell the difference, really. It's just it didn't line up properly. Had to modify it a little bit, but there it is, and it just pops back in like that
I love
when
it.
you're done. So
The H39.
H39,
An
everyone.
Australian exclusive.
It will be coming to Australia
Next
soon.
3 to 6 weeks, they told us.
Oh, okay.
So it should be in the next shipment, the next Tamiya drop.
Actually, another little thing to touch on will be the figure.
You're not allowed to touch people.
He looks
How do you-
pretty good,
How
doesn't
do you know
he?
he's French?
Because he's wearing this little scarf.
Oh.
They're very fashionable in France.
Were
I've
they?
heard. Coco Chanel designed this whole outfit.
Oh.
Oh, ho, ho. I'm pretty sure they're French. Anyway, he's got his little holster, but it builds up really weirdly.
Got his man bag.
He's got his man bag with the pistol that he tried to defend himself with before he surrendered. But yeah, got this one on a little base for the moment. And that's it there.
I love it. So you're going to paint it?
Yeah, of
Oh, we're
course.
just gonna leave
I'm
it like
I'm
this.
hoping I can get some paint on it this afternoon, but we'll see what the time
See how we
goes.
go.